In Hindi, there's a very beautiful word called darohar. You must have heard it. It translates to treasure. And whenever I think of this word, I think of old people. That's my understanding of this word. It has nothing to do with real uh, gems or precious stones. No, I think of old people, individuals who have a lot to share. And whenever you sit down with them, you realize that uh, they are much more than the life lessons and all the cliches associated with old age, so-called wisdom of old age. When you sit down to talk to them, you realize that they are more about conversations. They are very interested in sharing their journey without pontificating on what you should be doing, and they are least interested in that. It's just a stereotype that has been associated with old people. On the contrary, they realize uh, very early, or maybe with time, that how futile human pretensions are, our struggles and our unnecessary squabbles over petty issues, and so they've seen most of that and they understand that, and uh, they realize so many things that we don't, because we haven't had the luxury of that age, perhaps. The trouble with our generation is that we're becoming more and more impatient. We don't have the time to read. We don't study. Let me digress a bit. When you think of the word study, you realize that we don't do that much. Although we spent a major part of our life as students. Student is someone who studies, right? We weren't called reader or writer when we were in school, although we spent most of our time reading and writing. But no, we were called student because we were meant to study. But after we left our academics, how much have we studied anything? Are we really interested in studying anything anymore? That's because of lack of patience, I believe, or maybe the system in place. So anyway, I digress there a bit. Coming back to old people, we don't have the uh, necessary tools, mental or otherwise, to really sit down and listen to them or ask the right questions. Because once they die, it's like something is just some files are just deleted from our planet and they are gone. So when you put all these factors into context, you realize that it's very necessary that we we don't have to listen, we don't have to follow what they say, but we should at least talk, hear them out, ask them how things were 70 years ago, uh, and not give into cliches related to old people. Just like we don't want our generation or the so-called youth to be a cliche, we shouldn't be, doing that to them. Maybe we should give them the respect that they deserve for being alive, for being full of stories. Because once they are gone, the stories are gone. And if you really think about it, uh, they are not the they are not the treasure here. They are not the dharohar here. It's the stories that they carry that is a real treasure here. And if that is lost with time, uh, then it's our loss, not theirs.